The Magic of Reading says that reading is the beginning of our civilization. Teachers are always telling us to pick up more books and read more, but what effect does that have on our academics? After this speech, you will know all the effects that reading can have on your academics. I'm credible to talk about this because I have read a lot of articles and research about this topic. This speech will highlight 3 main points of the effect of reading: improvement in reading scores, improvement in standardized testing scores, and improvement in writing and comprehension skills. Now that we have discussed what to expect, let's get into my first point. My first point of emphasis is how reading can improve your reading scores. A study explained in the article, The Magic of 15 Minutes, Reading Practice and Reading Growth, shows that reading 15 minutes a day can make your reading scores above national average. So this study was taken over 2.2 million students, and students who recorded 5 minutes or less of reading a day showed significantly below average scores in our national reading scores. Students here this column shows 5 to 14 minutes of reading a day, still lower than the national average, but significantly less than the 5 minutes or less a day. Where we start seeing gains is in the 15 minutes a day. The highest recorded scores are with students who read between 30 minutes and an hour a day. But 15 minutes a day, as the article calls it, the magic number, is one that many students can attain, and this will show significant reading gains. My second point of emphasis is the improvement on standardized testing scores. In the same article, they talk about reading improvement in standardized testing scores in all ages. In this graph, you can see 3 different sections. This is our 9-year-olds, 13-year-olds, and 17-year-olds. So the answers vary between never or hardly ever read, a few times a year, once or twice a month, once or twice a week, and almost every day. So as you can see, this is the almost every day compared to the never, hardly ever. In every single group, there is significant improvement in scores between each of those columns. We can also see that improvement as you age, the improvement between never or hardly ever and reading almost every day starts to get wider. So 9-year-olds, so in the 9-year-old category, there's an 18 points difference between our never or hardly ever and our everyday. And then in 13-year-olds, there was a 27-point difference, and then in our 17-year-olds, there was a 30-point difference. All students who read more consistently show better standardized testing scores. My third point of emphasis is how reading improves writing and comprehension skills. In The Power of Reading, Stephen D. Karschen explains that there is a positive connection between reading and writing comprehension. This is further explained in the effect of using the reading and for writing approach on developing the writing ability of Egyptian EFL learners and their attitudes towards writing. The author of this article is Hani Ibram. He says that reading introduces new ideas and improves students' ability to think critically and analytically. He also explains that reading gives students things to think about and talk about in their writing and in their classes. He believes that reading can give new ideas and new topics to talk about, especially for kids who struggle finding appropriate topics to talk about in their writing. He also believes that reading gives more incentive to kids to get more background information on the topics that they're talking about. Students who read a lot about their topics will be able to explain their topics in greater detail. Ibram also explained a study connecting reading and learning a second language. Children who learned a second language in a reading-based program showed superior performance to children in a traditional classroom. With all this information, we can conclude that reading affects the academic skills in a positive way. Today we talked about 3 points regarding the effect of reading on academic skills: improvement in reading scores, improvement in standardized testing scores, and improvement in writing and comprehension skills. Maybe our teachers knew what they were talking about when they told us to read some more.